Hunter Biden pleads guilty to not paying hundreds of thousands in taxes and a gun charge from 2018, but is most likely to get no jail time out of it. Justice finds Adam Schiff as he's held responsible for lying to the Americans about the Trump-Russia allegations in 2016. Then finally, thousands of Catholics show up to the Dodger Stadium protesting the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the charity group that openly mocks the Catholics. I'm Solo. This is the Solo Show. So in a desperate attempt of showing the justice system is fair, Hunter Biden was indicted on tax crime and a gun charge. So according to CNBC, give me one sec. President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, is scheduled to appear next month in federal court where he's expected to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax charges according to a court filing Wednesday. The initial appearance in the U.S. District Court in Wilmington, Delaware is set for 10 a.m. on July 26th. And basically he's being indicted for... So Hunter Biden, who has been open about his substance abuse struggles, also agreed to enter into a so-called pretrial diversion agreement in connection with the federal felony charge of possession of a gun by a person who is a user or addict of illegal drugs. So that's one of his charges. And then the other one's going to be the information charging Biden with tax crimes said he did not pay any federal income tax from 2017 to 2018, despite making more than $1.5 million annually and owing more than $100,000 each year. He's going to eventually repay them back, he said, and he's basically getting no jail time from this. And this was the Democrats and the left's attempt to show, look, no, there is a fair system. But not only is he getting these crimes, but the way he's making money is very sketchy, right? So from 2013 to 2018, Hunter Biden and his company brought in about $11 million via his role as an attorney and a board member with a Ukrainian firm, and his work with a Chinese businessman, according to NBC News. Analysis of a copy of Biden's hard drive and iCloud account and documents. The documents and the analysis, which don't know what he did to earn millions from the Chinese partners. NBC News was the first to report that an ex-business partner had warned Biden he should amend his tax returns to disclose $400,000 in income from the Ukrainian firm. And this is the big question, right? The Republicans want to know, what is Hunter Biden, a crack addict, doing to get all this money? He's $11 million, $400,000 from the Chinese. There's a lot of things that are more sketchy and doesn't really make sense. In his emails, he talks about the big man who speculated to be Joe Biden. And what they're trying to do is throw him tax evasion and the gun charge and kind of hope that's it. And hopefully it doesn't get any longer, or it doesn't go on any longer, and the investigation doesn't go deeper on what he's doing to get this money. And people really don't know, so this crack addict's apparently a board member with a Ukrainian firm and is selling art to the Chinese. What does Hunter Biden know anything about art? So this was their attempt to kind of show that this was true justice, since there most likely will not be a deeper investigation on why is he getting paid these massive amounts. The only skill he has besides being a crack addict is his last name being Biden. And yeah, a lot of people believe it has to do something with the Biden family. Instead, this was, obviously was not an attempt for true justice. Instead, this was their attempt to show, look, we aren't unfair, but this actually did the opposite on why he's, excuse me, did the opposite. Kodak Black, a famous rapper, was charged for the exact same thing. So Kodak Black's attorney recently suggested that there are two tiers of justice on Tuesday, that Biden is receiving no prison time and no felony convictions for the same federal weapons crime that stuck the rapper with a sentence of 3 years in federal prison, where he was before Donald Trump pardoned him. And this is the two-tier justice system the Republicans are always talking about, right? The rules for the Democrats are different from the rules with everybody else. Hunter Biden, which is the son of the president, is getting scot-free, a slap on the wrist, essentially, for committing the same crimes as Kodak Black and even Ja Rule. He was sentenced to 28 additional months after earning $1.1 million and was sentenced to 28 months in prison. And also he had a gun charge. That was the tax evasion was added on top of that. Same exact charges, but this justice system is not fair. Speaker McCarthy pointed out a key thing. You know, the Lady of Justice in front of the Capitol building. She's holding a scale that's even with a blindfold on, right? It's supposed to be laws that are just and equal for everybody. Don't matter who you are, don't matter anything. But this is not it. Hunter Biden gets a slap on the wrist, while these two other men who are just as famous, if not more famous than Hunter Biden, is getting treated completely different. And is the justice, or is the judge and the prosecutors doing this because his last name is Biden? Most likely, because if there was anybody else, if it was you, if it was me, we would be getting served. We would have to serve years in prison for these crimes. Someone whose justice finally was found was Adam Schiff, Democrat representative out of California. He was just censured, according to. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can find it. So the Republican-controlled House voted to censure Representative Adam Schiff, a longtime antagonist, former President Donald Trump, making him only the third member to suffer such a rebuke since the turn of the century. Democratic lawmakers yelled "shame, shame, shame" as the vote wrapped up. Speaker McCarthy then summoned Schiff to well of the chamber and was repeatedly interrupted as he read him the censure resolution. The Democrats were, of course, freaking out. The vote came. Representative Anna from, I'm not really too sure where she's from, the Frenchman sponsor of the Schiff, I think that's how you say his last name, censure resolution, alleged that he improperly used his prior position as the House Intelligence Committee chairman to spread falsehoods about Trump regarding ties to Russia and encourage abusive intelligence investigation. In a speech Wednesday, she said Schiff woke up every morning with one goal: to lie to the American people that there was a direct evidence of Russia collusion. Now, this is, of course, true. In 2016, all you heard was that Trump was a Russian spy. He was colluding with Russia, and that's what it was from 2016 to 2018. And then it was later found out that it was completely made up by someone from Hillary's cabinet. And, you know, the resolution claims Schiff misled the American people over the course of congressional investigations into the Trump campaign's potential ties to Russia, given that other probes have not found conclusive evidence that Trump colluded with Russia to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. And if you don't know what censure, it represents the House formal disapproval of a lawmaker's misconduct. So he's not going to get kicked out for his actions, but he'll have more of a relationship effect that can have a powerful psychological effect on a member and his and her or her relationships in the Senate. So this is basically going to affect his relationships in the Senate. He's not going to be prosecuted or anything like that. It's just going to show his disapproval for his misconduct during this time. And this is something that was a long time coming, right? You know, you can't just lie on the behalf of your party. And if so, there's going to be accountability. And I'm from Fresno, if you guys don't know, where Kevin McCarthy, I think he represents part of Fresno, but not my district. But yeah, this is what he said he's going to do. He's going to bring accountability, responsibility, and he's going to kind of go after these people. And this was a great first step, and I'm really glad to see that. Another thing I'm really glad to see was thousands of Catholics protest in front of Dodger Stadium to show their outrage at the Dodgers giving a Community Hero Award to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the charity group that openly mocks Catholics. According to CNA, thousands of Catholics and other Christians marched in a powerful procession Friday protesting the Los Angeles Dodgers, honoring the anti-Catholic drag group. Thousands of people lined up. Videos were taken of the award being given to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. There's literally like nobody there. Nobody supporting this. The Dodgers really kind of missed it on this. Most of their fan base are going to be Catholic and Christian. And there was thousands of people lining up, praying, saying love Jesus, had signs of the Virgin Mary, and really showing the difference from what you see in the media and in reality, right? When we think of California, you think of your typical liberal, but these are thousands of people in LA that are connected with their faith and ready to speak out. And I think if we get enough people to go out and vote red, that we could bring California out of the disaster it is in right now. I think that there's definitely a potential, but it's really getting the word out there and fighting the Democrats and showing a lot of people that Republicans aren't the stereotypical political group that the media paints them out to be. Honestly, it's getting small podcasts like this one, people from the Daily Wire, Steven Crowder, getting their voices out and showing people that this is what the Conservative Party is, and not really paying attention to CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News. If we get them out of that and have them kind of get to the source and show them things that are true and things that are bad and explaining it more to them, I think they'll realize that they're conservative, that they're Republican, and that's when the red tidal wave is going to finally hit. That's all I have for today, guys. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. This video, I kind of made it in a rush, so not had the best monologue throughout the video, but thank you guys all for watching through, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.